Fake it till you make it. Faking it can destroy your credibility. Sometimes admitting that you don't know earns more respect than pretending. Welcome to Popular Wisdom, a space where we challenge common beliefs one lesson at a time. This advice is very popular in modern culture. The idea sounds simple, as to say, act confident, act successful, and eventually you will become successful. While there is some value in pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, the problem begins when confidence turns into deception. Faking competence is not the same as developing your competence. In many situations, pretending to know more than you actually know can damage your reputation far more than admitting your limitations. Often, people respect honesty more than performance. When someone openly says, "I don't know, but I'm willing to learn," they demonstrate self-awareness and humility. These qualities build trust. On the other hand, a person who constantly pretends to have all the answers may impress others for a very short time, but eventually, reality catches up. Questions become harder, responsibilities become greater, and mistakes become more visible. When people discover that confidence was covering a lack of knowledge, trust disappears quickly. The workplace provides a clear example. Imagine a new employee who acts as if they understand every task during training. Instead of asking questions, they nod their head and pretend everything is clear. For a few days, they may look capable. However, when deadlines arrive and errors start appearing, their manager realizes they never fully understood their job. The employee now faces two problems instead of one: the original lack of knowledge and the loss of credibility that comes from pretending. The same principle applies to business. Customers and clients value expertise, but they also value honesty. A business owner who promises things they cannot deliver may win a customer initially, but disappointment follows when expectations are not met. In contrast, a business owner who clearly explains what they can and what they cannot do earns long-term loyalty. People remember honesty. They also remember being misled. Relationships suffer from this advice as well. Some people fake confidence, interests, values, or even personality traits to impress others. At first, it may seem effective. However, maintaining a false image becomes exhausting, and eventually the real person emerges and the other party may feel deceived. Strong relationships are built on authenticity, not performance. People connect more deeply with someone who is genuine than with someone who is constantly acting. There is also a personal cost to faking it. Constantly pretending creates pressure. You become afraid of being exposed. Instead of focusing on learning and improving, you spend your energy protecting an image. Growth slows because admitting weakness is often the first step towards becoming stronger. A person who refuses to acknowledge gaps in their knowledge has little motivation to fill those gaps. This does not mean you should lack confidence. Confidence is important. The difference is that confidence should come from a willingness to learn rather than a need to appear perfect. You can confidently take on new challenges while still admitting what you do not know. In fact, many highly successful people do exactly that. They ask questions, seek advice, and continue learning long after others assume they have mastered everything. The better advice may be this: learn it until you make it. Take action before you feel completely ready, but do not pretend to possess skills or knowledge you have not earned. Be honest enough about your experience level. Ask questions when needed and accept that growth takes time. In the long run, credibility is more valuable than appearance, and people may be impressed by someone who seems to know everything, but they trust someone who is honest about what they know and what they still need to learn. Trust lasts longer than impressions, and trust is often what opens the biggest doors in life.